Det er bare et spørgsmål, der er lyd det her.
Do I need to have headset? Okay. I don't know if we're live. Let's see myself.
The most.
Hello. Hello, JK. Tasty potato. Hello po.
Der er ikke noget på lige nu.
Ay, wala daw sound. Wait po, inaayos lang yung sounds. Oh, it's loading.
Ikke.
Inaayos na pa yung mic. I can hear it.
There's the microphone in the computer. It's not very good sound.
No. Okay. Shout out sa lahat ng mga nandito sa aming live. Shout out sa yan.
Okay, også det. Det kan jeg simpelthen ikke få til at virke. Det er noget lort. Så er der en grund til at gøre det her. Er der ikke henne, du kan vælge? Hvad vil du have?
Måske daw, only daw one mic.
Du kommer sådan fra. Ja, men gør, hvad du skal gøre. Skal du ikke sige noget, eller?
Hello. I thought you were still preparing that.
Bare gør det, du skal gøre.
Okay. Shoutout kay JK Tasty Kusina tsaka kay Jin Kim. Sino pa nandyan? Si Pinay Momsha, shoutout din po. Sian 19 Medo Vlog, shoutout. Shian, big gas namin ko, hehehe. Hello si Shian. Shoutout po. Ano siya kasi, dito. Okay ba yung sounds? Ganun. Shian. Hello si Shian 19 Medo Vlog. Inaayos niya lang po yung mic. Kumusta po yung sounds pala? Talkshow host Yahoo phone ko.
Det er måske for.
Shoutout sa John, Gua Maria Style. Kumusta yung sounds ba ba? Nagugulahan siya kasi hindi okay yung mic. Siguro dapat ko yan. Yan. Parang hindi masyadong ang ilaw.
Det var ikke sådan. Ja.
Shoutout po sa lahat ng nandyan sa aking LS. Si JK Tasty Kusina, si Jin Yung Kim, si... I don't hear it. Wait, Kev. Nainis siya. Uy, guys, share niyo naman. Nainis siya kasi we're gonna speak English. We're gonna speak English so we can understand each other. So guys, please write English so my husband can understand it. Shout out to you, Shinanda West. Uy, guys. My husband, I don't know, Steph, what we're gonna say. Do you know what we're gonna say? You say, hi there, Jacob. How are you? You say, how are you, Steph?
I'm super fine. Do you have a subject for this?
Yeah, if they're gonna ask some question, guys, if you can ask some question like YouTube or something like to us, so we can make this live stream very good. You see. Yes, guys. You can speak English. You will speak English. Ay, Vita eh? Shout! Naya ako mag-live stream. Guys, if you have some comments or questions or wants to know about us or YouTube that my husband can help you, you are all welcome to ask him. Pinilit ko lang yun, guys. I didn't say anything, Skip. That's better, Beberona. I can see your face now. You can see my face now. Satan! Rana Vlog, you are so cute with your husband. My husband is also cute. They asked, he said, how, saan kayo magkakilala? Ikaw na mag-translate. How? When we met?
When we met?
Not when. Wait, because she write Tagalog, I gonna translate it in English. They say, Shin Madalas, Jacob, can you smile please? How? Saan? Where we met. Oh, where we met. Maybe that's the English, kid.
Where we met?
Yeah.
We met on the internet, right? But yes, this story I always love to tell when I met Rana first time. I fly down to Manila to meet her, and when I talked with you on the phone, and we talked about that you will come out in the airport and pick me up. And when I come out there in Manila, I could of course not find you, so I took my phone and called you and tried to figure out where you are. And standing, actually, I go out in the airport there and think, Jesus, there's really warm in here. I need to go outside. And then I look up and find out I was outside. The Philippines is just so hot. And I call you on the phone and I sit there and try to figure out where you are. And suddenly you said, oh, I see you. And then I just see someone duck down behind a fence and hide. I said, was it you just hit by the fence? And yeah, it was. You were very, very shy and you tried to hide from me.
Yeah.
And at the same time that I find you, there come 3 cab drivers, try to sell me a cab for 1 million pesos or something.
It's not one.
There was a lot.
1,000.
Yeah.
Super 1,000.
Yeah, and I don't care. Just let's pay and come to the hotel. But you starting a huge fight with them about what was okay and not okay to take for that little trip to the hotel.
Because you know me, I don't want to be cheated on money. So Yes. Does it work?
Yeah.
There's a work, 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 calling, calling, even it's Saturday. I have a friend who asked us about how we maintain our relationship despite of our, what is that, culture and what is that she said, perspective. But we said that we don't have different perspective, because if we have different perspectives, so it's hard to be in a couple.
Yeah, I think because we have different culture, but I don't think we have different perspective of life. I think we have the same viewing of life.
Mm.
But of course, when you meet someone that come from the other side of the planet, there's a different ways of doing things, and so especially when you and I met, you were used to this Asian way of not taking conflicts, and so just
Yeah, because
yeah. But in Denmark, here we speak up and we just say what we mean.
mm,
And in Asia, of course, that can be looked at as rude, and for us, it's so it's just they need to find a way to adjust to each other. But I think we're living in Denmark, and I think you at that point you're more Danish than Asian now that
yeah,
you can really speak up and tell your meaning.
yes. Do you remember, like, when I come here, when I came here in Denmark, I used to, like, I'm afraid that I must do wrong, so I'm always like afraid to do this, and you always say, like, and then I feel sad and I feel what is that, offended, and you always say to me, uh, it's not always personal.
I don't remember that.
Like when I get mad, or when I get sad, and then because sometimes we discuss something or like that, and you're saying just for a meaning, not like it's
Mm,
because of me.
yeah, I think it's because in the Asian way, maybe I'm wrong, but I think in the Asian way, when you someone say that you're wrong or something, that means that there's a personal criticism of you that you're not allowed to do something wrong. And in the Western culture, we
Mm.
would rather have that you do something and do it wrong than not doing anything.
Yeah, you always say that to me, that it's better to do or to make failure so you will learn something than you always want to be perfect. Perfect. Yeah. Yes. How many have we been married? How long
Yeah,
we been? Where's the My husband is not really good in remembering dates.
five
So,
years, right?
and when is it, Skip?
The 30th of August,
Year?
2014.
Wow. Do you have some papers there? Yes, Amsterdam Dance Feed. It's what is this? It's live. We just do this. So, can I ask a person question to you both? Yes, po. Yes, yeah, guys, you can ask questions.
Personal question. That really depends on what it is, right?
Oh yeah. Yes, yes,
Be careful what you say.
yes, yes. Sis, first time to watch you with your husband. We do like this market talk show, but we do it like video. It's good.
Yep.
Sorry, we're speaking suddenly Danish. Yo. Yes, and now we do it like live, so we gonna try if it gonna work. Host, how Jacob proposed to you? Oh, how, scared? Did that? It's you
You
who?
can tell that story.
No, I don't. It's it.
I proposed to you in what is the hotel in Manila?
Manila Hotel.
Manila Hotel, yeah. So that was actually not that creative, but yeah, it was
Yeah, but
just a nice place.
and what happened to that ring?
Oh yeah, that's quite fun. I bought that ring in Denmark and bring it to Philippines, and the day after there was too big to you, right? Because you have very small fingers, very small feminine fingers, and you lost it in one of the cabs in Manila.
Yeah, when we're gonna go to Norway embassy,
Yeah,
I think.
and you were I've never seen you that sad and freaked out, and yeah.
I lost my what is it, engagement ring. Yes. Uh, Amsterdam Dance Speak, what is your question? Yes. Just drink. What is that? Water scared. I did ask.
Drink
You miss
coffee.
it. I did ask. You miss it. Oh, wait, wait, wait. How do you keep the fire burning?
This is something we have discussed a lot, right? That I think I think a relationship and a marriage is something you're really gonna work for. That's not something you just can do. I think it's really something that you need to work on every day. You need to
Yes.
I think in everything in life, what no matter what you want to be good at, you need to have a big focus on it. You need to focus on the things. Uh, Try to be better always. Try to renew yourself.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if you want to be good at playing tennis or piano or having a good marriage or be a good parent or whatever it is, then you need to focus on it. And that, of course, difficult when you on the same time have a work and you have a uh, everything you're doing in life. But for I think for both of us, that marriage is pretty important and something that
Yes.
is worth using time on, worth working on, worth what do you call that? Working for. It's a
Yeah.
thing that it giving us so much, and it's interesting because we have talked a lot about that. The differences in our cultures do that we giving each other a lot. I'm giving things that is pretty normal in Denmark for a man to give. That
Yeah.
is not normal for you, and you giving something that's not normal for a Danish woman to give. Yeah, it's just actually it functions very 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 good, um, amazingly good.
Yeah. We used to like spend time together.
I hope all married couples do that. This would be
Now, because
weird.
sometimes in Philippines, when you have super, what is
Oh
that?
yeah, okay,
Like they have this 24 hours work, so sometimes
yeah,
the wife is like morning and the husband is evening, so it's like
I
they have
understand.
responsibility for the
Yeah.
kids to earn money. Sometimes they forget that.
Or working at the other end of the country. And so, yeah,
uh,
I understand. But there we just very, very lucky in Denmark because it's a it's a big different culture, right? That we could not imagine that you need to live in the other end of the country just to force to earn money. Uh, we are lucky in this part of the
yeah,
world. Uh, and then we have built up a society where kindergartens is so normal. You cannot imagine not having them. So you don't have the one part to stay home
take
to
care
take
of
care
it.
of the kids. You will deliver them in the morning in kindergarten, and in the afternoon you pick them up, so you can go out and earn money and go to work.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm studying now.
Yeah, pedagogue,
Yeah, they call it
working in
pedagogue.
working in kindergarten
Mm.
because that is 3.5 years education in Denmark because there's a lot of rules, and so you make sure that they're not happening anything wrong to the kids. So and that they get stimulated and they get what do you call that? What is Udvikling?
Development.
Developed, right?
Yeah. We're the one who help kids. I think Philippines really need that, so that the girls or they don't need to what is that?
Yeah, I
Have
think
some this nanny or someone who's gonna take care of kids, so that boy and girl can go to work and they will have equal rights and everything.
you can say that in for about what is it 150 160 years ago in the Western world, the the factory society begin here, right? That we have begin to make factories and so on, and suddenly you begin to have that if women come out and work on, uh, then you suddenly have two incomes, and the society get richer. And if that's gonna work and the society is gonna be richer, they're gonna pay more taxes, and so then you need to have kindergartens, and therefore the kindergartens in Denmark is controlled by the government. The government have made them simply because that's a smart thing for society, because then you can produce more, you can pay more taxes, and all by all, it's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
And you can see if you put that into the Filipino society, then I think the Philippines could grow very, very far. I mean, you have a wonderful country there, right? You have a wonderful people and environment, and so that could be amazing.
Jacob really loved Philippines. He, he really love Philippines. He always want to visit Philippines. Not because he wants to go to Boracay, Palawan or something, but he wants to go to this squatter area and the one in under the bridge, and to those people like it's so hard to visit. My husband really like to visit that. My one of my friends said she in Mandala, she also lost her what is that engagement ring, and she said we're really friends, Ronald. Ay, shoutout po sa lahat ng mga nandito Ayan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yan, mag-anuhan lang kayo dyan. Mag-friends kayo. Amsterdam Dance Week, I believe, Jacob, that love doesn't hold any language barriers. My question is, do you find it hard for Rona to both meet ends in terms of translation?
Little story. I don't understand. One more time.
Uh, what is that? What is that? That love doesn't hold any language barriers. My question is, do you find it hard for Rona to both meet ends in terms of translation? Like, I think because I have this language, I always have a problem when it comes to language.
Yeah, but I don't think that's because Danish is a typical language, but I just think that you are very good at many things, but language is not one of them, right?
Honestly po, talaga. They always have like this loading. Like sometimes it's hard. It's what is that? It takes long time for me to understand what other people say.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's just lack of concentration.
No. Yeah. Ha. Just a minute. Host in Denmark, do you have nannies or helper? We don't have them.
No, we have the government who have have these kindergartens. You have kindergartens for the small kids, the middle group, and the big kids, and then they are that big that they can stay home alone, and so the government. Yeah, sometimes the government also hire private nannies. You can say that. Then that nanny maybe have 3, 4 kids. But these nannies is under very strict control by the government. So the government have seen that is important to make the society run, but the government also take responsibility for that the kids Not like you see many times in Philippines. What you will be afraid of is that these kids will experience things they not should experience. Right? We are not that afraid here in Denmark because we not see that very often. But we will be afraid of that they not develop right, that make sure that these people take care of the kids, make sure that they learn the language right, that they walk right, that they develop to get the right food, and so that is the things that's what you learn, right? How to make games that make them develop the brain right, and so that is super important for the Danish government.
But there's a here in Europe like called au pair.
Yeah, but au pair is different, right?
It's not like nanny or helper. It's something how to integrate.
The au pair, I don't know how you view it from the Filipino side, but what it was made for here in the Western world was to help people from other countries come and develop language. Therefore, they can come living to a family for free. They just they actually get some salary because they're gonna do some work there in the house. So that means you have people who have earned good money here. They have the resources to help to learn people the language, and so the problem is that it have been away from the more poor countries to get away into the Western countries, and the Western countries have abused this service a little, right? We've seen many times that people make them work for so many hours and they not get any free time and not get much salary, and so it's a system that is the intention is good, but
it's been overused.
Yeah, and for probably most of the time it works good, but it's not always a thing. But there's situations where it have been a little out of line.
I'm the boy Abunda. I'm asking you some question. We have here. Children are raised to be independent from early an age in Denmark. Am I right, Jacob? Here in Philippines, age 30 is still with their parents.
Yeah, you're right, and then again, I think you have in Philippines many kids who need to grow up fast because they need to do things in the home. They need to take care of this. They maybe need to go out and work because they cannot go that long time to school. Here in Denmark, the law says that you need to go 9 years in school, and the most normal is that you go 10, 11 years in the normal public school. Then you take maybe 3 years of what we call gymnasium. I don't know what that is in English. And then you take university 5, 6 years if you're gonna go that way, or you take some being carpenter or whatever it is. So yeah, it's normally it's right what you're saying, because normally here you move from home when you are 18, 20 years, then you go out, you get your own apartment and live an independent life. But I think when you are 5, 6, 7 years old in Denmark here, you get more time to be kid and just play. You're not gonna do anything in the house. You're not gonna help, and so not that we don't. How do we do? It's just a different world. So it's not that our kids not helping in the house, not at all, but
you just let the kids be kids.
Yeah, they have more time. They have more resources just to be kids. Where in Philippines, you need them to help. You need and that's how the life circumstances is in Philippines, right? So that's necessary. It's a really, really, really big difference in these two worlds of the Philippines and Denmark. Denmark is one of the richest country in the world, right? I think we are, I don't know, maybe in top 10 or something. It's my guess.
But they said Denmark is the happiest people in the world.
Yeah, we have been
number one, but now I
Yeah,
don't know.
many times, and I think that have to do with that you have free schools, you have free hospitals, you have free
For
roads
education.
and free education. I mean, you can go from kindergarten to being a doctor
Mm.
on a hospital, paying 0 crowns. It's only if you who want to work, and the reason is that it says, okay, no matter if you are poor or you are rich in this country, you're gonna make your own life.
Mm.
So if you want to be rich, or you want to be a doctor or a dentist or whatever you want, you just gonna work for it. We just gonna help you. We're gonna try to help people who want to work. And we also have this security system. So if you are poor and you don't have anything, you don't have work, you don't have nothing, you don't lie, you're not just sitting on the street. You can go and yeah, I think you can actually just go to the government, this we call kommune, and local office of the government, and they will help you to get an apartment and a job, and the government will pay you money just so you can survive. Um, and I will not even tell how many money, because that is
Yeah, here in
much
Denmark.
more than you earn as a I think as a doctor in Philippines.
Here in Denmark, even you don't have work, the government can give you money to pay to the rent of the house, to have money, to have money to buy food. So I think people here is like little spoiled.
Mm,
Not
mm,
little, I mean,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
it is.
I don't think they're spoiled, but I think
They're
that
just lucky that they are born here in Denmark.
no, I think the problem we have here in Denmark is that many people don't know how lucky they are, because they've not stand in places in Africa, in South of Asia, and see how poor people can be. It's first when you stand in these areas and see all the flies around you and smell it and see the kids running around looking for food, that you see how lucky you are in Denmark. And it is super important when you are that lucky to be born in that part of the world, really to appreciate it
Yeah,
and try to help other part of the world, because
that's why you
that
want to
is your
bring.
responsibility.
That's why you want to bring Yana and Sophia in Philippines
Yeah,
to
I
see
think
Philippines.
Philippines have developed a lot since
Duterte.
the last few years, right? I can see a big difference from what was their first time, with a lot of poor people and street kids, to now, where it changed a lot. I think we're gonna go to see really, we're gonna go to parts of Africa or India or something to show them really poor
Yeah,
people.
they have asked me. I have questions, host. What is the memorable you don't forget with us? Ako? Ano po, ano, what is that? It's hard for me to answer this. But when I do live stream, I feel so happy because even I'm so tired from work, as my husband always said that, they always sometimes said that when, for example, oh, I'm sad, but when I do live stream, I suddenly like active and happy. So I have this chance to know people that I subscribe here in YouTube. That's make me memorable. Like, um for example, Shein. I just know Shein in YouTube, so it makes me feel like Shein is just my neighbor, or Amsterdam Dance Fit is like also my neighbor. It's like I think I'm getting attached to the people here in YouTube. Because sometimes I always tell some story to my husband. Oh, this one people, this with these people. So yeah, I hope I answered the question. Jacob is much more better to answer some question. Guys, I'm so bad in language. Oh guys, sige, dyan lang kayo ha. Mag friend-friend lang kayo dyan. Amsterdam Dance Fit, he is very, really want to ask. Jacob, as a Danes, I just want to ask, does discrimination still exist in your country? I just experienced that one day, the last time that I do, like, I'm so, oh, so,
Yeah, yeah. I
I,
think but that is also where you have. It's not that black and white, right? You have Asian people do not get very much discriminated in here in Western world, but we have. I'm gonna be really afraid of what be aware of what I'm saying here now.
yeah,
Um, how to explain this? We have for the last few years get a huge amount of refugees from mostly from Muslim countries because of war, because
mm-hmm.
of people here have a very low life standard. They're very poor, and therefore they try to come to a richer part of the world. And I can understand that. I would have done the same.
Mm.
The problem is that even we try to integrate many of these people, we experience a very high increase of crime. Uh, uh,
Yeah,
uh, that is, you can see a high increase in rapes of women, and so and therefore they're getting these conflicts
mm.
between people. You see that these people who come who run away from a war where they fight about religion, and they're taking these fights with them up here to Denmark,
Yeah,
where we have also done stupid things. We take these people and give them a place to live, and we think, oh, you would probably like to live together with someone from your own country,
mm.
and therefore we group these people into to places in the city where they're living many together, and that was stupid because we're gonna take people and put them out between Danish people because then they learn Danish and they begin to integrate. And so we have these areas in Denmark where there happen a lot of crime.
Mm.
You there is people who controlling if women having the Muslim scarves on, so because else they run after them and shouting after them, and so if you are one religion and the other religion have a gang, then they smash their shops, and so that's we experience a lot of these problems that people actually run away from, and yeah, so therefore there is you will experience Danish people who is tired of that, but I don't think how do we also have laws in Denmark who has forbidden to have burqa on. You know,
Mm.
burqa is the Muslim
Yeah, the
things where
one
you
with the,
only have for the eyes. You can only the women is totally hide. You
mm.
can only look out from a little hole to the eyes.
Mm.
That we have forbidden because we says that is not Danish. And if you're gonna live in Denmark, you're gonna have live under
Culture
Danish
or,
culture, right? We also have made a law that if you're gonna be Danish citizen, which is super difficult today, you need to shake hand and say thank you for that Danish citizenship.
yeah,
And we experience that there's a many, unfortunately, many part of the Muslim society who don't want that because they say women and men is not allowed to touch each other.
yeah,
And maybe says, I mean, you are allowed to have your religion in Denmark. You are allowed to live your culture if you want that, but you simply need to blend into the Danish culture because we are living in Denmark. We are not living in another country. and the Danish culture must be the one who is uh, the ruling
Yeah.
culture. Uh, so we have very strict laws that says you're not allowed to discriminate on skin color, on religion, on sexuality, uh, on sex and anything. There's really strict laws, um, and so we don't you don't see discrimination from any company or government or anything, but you see conflicts between uh, Danish people and other religions, and I think it's very important to both parts to as a for my sake. When you come to Denmark, I do not have any trouble that you have another religion than we have in Denmark.
We don't have same religion.
No, and we look very different on religion. So, but I must say, if I need to run away from Denmark because of war, and I need to come to let's say an Arabic country, there's a very different rules than Denmark. I will of course um, do as the Arabic culture says I should
Yeah.
do. So
You need to
of course,
integrate.
yeah, and if you and I, then you need to go with a scarf. So because out of respect of that country who have taken me in, and I don't see that always. Of course, for the most refugees who come here, they integrate very very fine. But there is some where it not functions.
Yeah. I think wherever you go, there's always like this uh, bad and good person. It's
Yeah,
just
of
like
course, there is always.
it's just like it's Denmark, so they look like different. For example, me.
Mm.
How I integrate here in Denmark.
You do all you can do. You
Yes.
go and learn the Danish language and really really fight for that for 3 years, and then you take Danish education, and you do even have a education from Philippines and so on. You do everything you can, and we have a rule on that when we out and shop in the shopping mall, you're gonna to Jana, your daughter, you're not gonna speak Tagalog, you're gonna speak Danish because
Yes.
we experience sometimes when you go around in a shop, there come people and they talk and laugh on another language, and
Yeah.
it's not a problem that, but it's just show your goodwill, right? Try to show everything you can that you want this country. This is your home country. This is the country that you want to live in, and therefore you need to do the rules and so on. We have actually a quite interesting dilemma right now here in Denmark, because we have people who have go to Syria and fight for for the Islamic State.
Mhm.
That means that they fight against Danish soldiers, and they have run away from Denmark. But some of them is Danish citizens, and right now we're gonna figure out, are we gonna take these people back? Right now they're sitting in prisons in Syria maybe, or in refugees camps and so. And I think personally we're gonna take the kids home because it's not their fault. But do we take these warriors back who have fight Danish soldiers who have made terror and so? Should we take these people back, and maybe we cannot put them in prison here in Denmark because we cannot prove that they don't do something wrong. We don't have the proof of what they've done down there.
Mm.
And on the other side, if they are Danish citizens, should they then go back? I think it's very, very difficult because you don't know what they have done down there. You don't know if they've done anything, if they've done something. And can you then punish them if they don't have done anything? But what if they have done terrible things, shooting innocent people and so on?
Yeah, the problem is like uh, if it's okay for them to like kill or fight Danish soldier or something, but if they are the one who needs help, they suddenly beg like, "Oh, take us, our families like that." If you
Yeah, but I think it's a very very complicated thing. I did just I think yes was it yesterday the day before yesterday the Danish government made a law that says that if these warriors come back to Denmark and if they have dual citizenship, two citizenships, we can take the one citizenship, the Danish citizenship, away from them, and therefore um, put them out of the country because we don't want people who are fight against our own soldiers. So,
Jim said, "Thank you for your smile." Yeah. My husband not normally smiling. His smile is, if you see his picture, and always like, man. They said they will do all their best to understand. Don't worry, I don't also understand.
they say I speak really bad English, one.
Nah, because we have used to like this. Oh, nosebleed, nosebleed, nosebleed.
I don't understand this. That you always said this in Philippines that it's so difficult and I cannot speak English. But the half of your language, you're always putting English word into Tagalog, so you have a lot better. Uh, you easily speak English than you see. If you come from Germany, all movies and so is translated, so people speak German over the normal movie, and therefore there's a lot more difficult if you're German to speak English uh, than if you come from Philippines. Yeah.
Yeah. Amsterdam dance would say, Jacob, what you love about Philippines?
I love almost everything.
I love
I
Philippines.
don't love the corruption. I don't love
But you do love
the
people there.
the pollution and so. But I really love your environment. I love the people who is so sweet and uh, you are amazingly happy. I'm amazed to see people who living out in like nowhere in a little house they built out of wood they have found on the streets. They're just happy,
Yes.
and that is really something we can learn from him.
That's what the answer of Miss Universe.
No.
I always proud to say, Philippines, Miss Universe. How about Denmark?
And you have this incredible environment, right? Incredible temperatures, and so here in Denmark right now getting winter, right? So we're looking into a half year with minus 3, 4, maybe up to minus 20 degrees. So it's really really cold. Uh, but unfortunately, I think Philippines have really, if you're doing right, you could have this amazing future. And then you have all possibilities to make to gain tourists to that country. So, but you can also see the rest of the world right now talk about pollution because we see that if we not do something about pollution, we in 100 years from now things go wrong, terrible wrong. The water will rise and we will have problems living on this planet. And 82% of all plastic, that is a lot of the problem of the pollution here in this world, 82% come from South of Asia. And
we're not the one who produces much.
no, you are. It's not your fault down there because a lot of that trash, a lot of plastic get imported from richer countries who just export all that trash and put it down to South Asia. But we simply, and I think that's going to come from other countries, but we need to find a way, like we have here in Denmark, where you recycle all the plastic and use it again, or you burn it a different way so it not pollute. Because if you're gonna burn plastic, you're gonna burn it with very high temperatures, else it will pollute. So we need to get rid of some of the plastic in South Asia, and we're gonna do it fast. So we're simply gonna find a way to
Yes.
to recycle the plastic.
Hi, Miss Rana. I have question. John CML asks, Hi, Miss Rana. I have a question. What is the unforgettable arguments that you will not forget in your marriage life? If there is.
Argument. That is the one you try to forget always, right? The- you're not write them down. Says, oh, that was a good argument. But
We
yeah,
normally not count or remember all our
I
arguments.
think there have been. I can remember one that really, I think, changed our marriage.
What is
That
it?
I mean, you are really a Filipino woman, and
A
it's,
girl also.
there's a really the one thing Filipino women, they are some of the most beautiful women in the entire world, no doubt.
Mm.
But they're also super jealous, and
I'm not jealous now.
not because we have simply one argument where I need to say stop. This not functioning anymore. You need to control this. You need to. You can no matter what. You cannot control a man or woman, anyone, any part in the relationship 200%. You need just to rely on each other and says, okay, I am choosing to trust you. I cannot control it. I need to choose to control to trust you. And I think when you did that, when you changed that and just said, I'm choosing to trust you, that changed our marriage to the better.
Yeah, I think because when you starting in a relationship, you have this like know each other. Oh, do I really can trust him? Oh, but I know it's wrong. But it's just what I can do. That's how I feel that time, even though it's wrong. I think you don't understand my English.
Well, I think I understand the meaning of it. But yeah,
Oh, okay. Host, why Denmark people are so happy unlike some others?
yeah. Oh, sorry, we didn't answer that question actually because just yeah. The reason is, I think, that we have this system where if you lose your job or something, you still will get money from the government to then make you survive. If I break the leg in just a minute, I will not pay a dime to get up there and get my leg operated and uh, uh, trained up again. And so we not pay a dime for our kids' school and everything. So that is, I think that security net you have there, the security that no matter what happened in your life, you will survive and your kids will not go hungry to bed. That is an enormously relief for human beings, and I think that makes us relax that much that we can enjoy life more. That's just my personal theory.
If you, Amsterdam Dance will say, if you were given a chance to be born again, would you still want to be with Jacob or be with someone? Is it to my question? If you were given a chance to be born again, would you still want to be with Jacob or be with someone?
That is a very rhetorical question, right? Because if you says now that you want to be with someone else, then I think
Then we will end up.
we really fucked up.
I actually, guys, you know my story if you're watching my vlog. You know that Jacob really make my life uh, change, change a lot. He helps me to grow my personality, the way I think. I'm so immature. I think when I I'm not like I know I have a strong personality because if I don't have a strong personality, I cannot survive that uh, uh, bad experience I had before. But you help me a lot. You teach me a lot. So I must say that I always say I'm happily married. I'm so happy that I have. Oh, I'm very good speaking English, cat. No nosebleed. Yes, I want to be with
And I, of course, want to be with someone else, but
you. Wait a minute. Hi, names. Names Cabanera. She asked about. Oh, names. We already answered it. Like how we make our relationship make burn. What is that?
Uh,
Even with
yeah, just that.
even
That
with
focus on it, right? That was what we talked about. I think that's, and I think we try to do things every day to make each other happy. I think it's like an unwritten little rule we have in our just happen in our marriage that you make breakfast to me every day, right? And it means a lot for me, right? And I try to send you messages every day and say that I love you, and so we
He's so sweet.
try to do things every day to continue saying this that I love you. And I know there's arguments that people says, oh, if you say I love you every day, then it will just be like nothing.
Yeah, but for us it's
don't
different.
believe that. I think that it's important to tell each other every single day that that you love each other. Because one day you can be hit by a car, and I want to tell you and my kids how much I love them a million times. So I'm sure they will know. I'm very, very sorry that now I bought these very expensive microphones and then I not make them work. I'll
Yeah.
do that next time.
Yes, I hope you will enjoy. So we have, I think we do this like weekend. So not only like this shout out. Can you say that bonga bonga skit? My husband asked, why you keep on saying bonga bonga? Are you not get tired for that 2 hours? Say bonga bonga shout out.
And I don't get what it is.
I just copy what others do. So I just say shout out bonga bonga.
You don't know what you're saying.
Yo,
Actually.
I know. Of course I know.
What is it?
It's like I like call attention to that channel.
You have no idea what you're saying.
Shh. You have to hear. JK Tasty Kusina, wahaha, Jacob was right. But I think some of Filipinos can speak full English. We do half Tagalog and half English, and we call it Taglish.
Exactly. Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, but I think the Philippines is actually very good at speaking English. Much better than many of the European countries. You're just super shy. I mean, first time I met Ronna's dad, he was running out behind the house. Was too shy to come in and say hello to me for a little hour before he get his he get in and say hello to me.
And now my sister is hiding upstairs.
Yeah, they also was too shy. There was only your brother-in-laws there that sit and talk with me.
Yeah. Brosis TV, what Mr. Jacob love about the Philippines? First of all, his wife. Second, his wife's cooking.
Then you don't know how she cook. Home here, it's primarily me who cook.
I do breakfast.
That's right, you do breakfast. They're very good.
You
shut
right. I always tell to them, like when I La Maria style, because La Maria they always like to do live stream in the morning, and they said, what are you cooking, Rona? Egg with rice. And they always like teasing me like, oh, Rona, she's just only gonna make egg.
Yeah, you're very good at that.
Only egg and rice, guys.
That you're very good at, but normally it's me who do the dinner because simply of security reasons.
No, it's good. Night guys. No guys, I know how to cook, but my husband
just not very good.
He don't want this sinigang. He don't want this soup. He thinks
you do that for then you and Yana eat it, right? But I mean, the Filipino kitchen is, I will only say wonderful thing about it.
Yeah, it's all Filipino decks.
We have this very different kitchen from the Danish kitchen, and I'm not like that. Oh, we're only gonna eat the. We almost never eat the Danish food, right? We eat all kind of food, but. And we eat some Filipino food, right?
You want this beef steak and
yeah, that's super good. There's many things you make some chicken and coconut milk, and so it's very very good at. But dry fish and so that's really special. But when I was in the Philippines, I tried some of the more I would call it little weird things. I eat balut. That was a really weird experience.
Yeah.
You don't eat balut.
I don't eat balut, but he did try that balut. Names, sulat mo yung tanong mo ulit. See you on the last. Bye for now, Jacob. I need to go now. Enjoy your live stream with your wife. Keep smiling because you look great with your... They have many questions.
Ja, jeg skal også start lige om lidt.
Host, why Denmark have the most butter production? Because here in Korean market, the butter are all made in Denmark and it's really, really good. Especially in baking.
Yeah, that's good. It's amazing you see that. That's from Denmark. Yeah, that's right. We produce a lot of butter and all bacon, and so we have a lot of peaks, a lot of peak production. And I think it is because we have a very, very old farming. There's a farming country, Denmark, and now we produce butter, milk, and pigs. A lot of meat, pigs meat, and it's actually a quite big income become if you see the whole country what we're exporting, and so it's very important for us also to. I know they're controlling a lot about these pigs not getting sick, and so because if that comes to Denmark, any sickness, that would be horrible because it is millions of Danish crowns that we exporting from.
They say arguing may be good for your relationship. That means there's love in the air going in.
Yeah, it's good.
What is that? Jacob, molded your mindset, Rona. That's great. Thank you, Jacob, for taking care of your kababayan.
What is kababayan?
Of our kababayan. Like, kababayan is like, I'm like a fellow Filipino. Yan. Shoutout sa inyo lahat dyan. Just a minute. Yes, true. Being honest with your partner make your relationship lasting and happily ever after. Thank you for Mr. Host to embrace our culture. Miss Rana Vlog, you're a lucky girl. I'm also lucky, guys. Mahabang pasensya niya sa akin. Host, tell to Jacob should try to say, shout out ng bonggang bongga. I think he can. Pero say bongga bongga. Hindi niya kaya yan. Brosses TV, question, what did you see in your partner attracted you the most?
Me?
Yeah.
When you look at her, she's honestly the most adorable woman I ever have seen. So she's very, very beautiful, but that's not enough. There's also that you're gonna be beautiful inside, and luckily you are very, very amazing inside here also.
Yes. I think that also make your partner fall in love with you, not only outside. Beauty is just like when you get old, it will be like disappear or something like, you know. But the one inside your heart, if you have a good heart, if you have a good mind, then your husband or your wife always keep on in love with you.
It's quite simple, right? That if you're only beautiful inside, it's fun enough to have sex with each other, but sometimes you also want to talk. Like you need to be beautiful inside. Have some of the same kind of view in the world, some same values, and be. For me, it's very important that you are intelligent, right? That we can talk about discussing things. And
yeah. Then one question here, and then one question, and then I will just force it that
yeah, because I need to do some work. Yeah.
How do you work out your relationship despite of having different perspective in life and personality?
I think we have answered that a few times now, but that of course you will see different cultures that and that is simply just time and believing that that person is so important that you will work for that relationship, and then having focus on really focus on that relationship gonna work. As I think I start with saying this live stream, that no matter what you want to be good at, if you have focus on it, if you focus on the thing, you want to be good at driving car or playing tennis or dancing ballet, then you need to focus on it and doing it a lot.
Mm.
And the same is with a marriage. If you want to have a not just a good marriage, not just a marriage of function, but a marriage who is extraordinary, then you need to focus on it and work on the parts that's difficult, and uh, enhance the parts that's really function. And I believe a lot in that, giving each other room to experience other things outside the marriage, so you can come home with new energy.
Yeah. We have two last question, and then I just gonna continue some of it. I'm still dance busy. Have you decided you have your own baby? I hope my question is in the right time because I know you got kids already.
I don't understand the.
Have you decided?
Oh yeah, we have a very long discussion about that part, because our kids is now 13 and 10, and that means that our kids do everything by themselves, and that's a big freedom in that. Of course, we would like to have a kid together, but then there's a lot of freedom going there. That's really, yeah. I think both of us is agreeing on that. We have no idea.
Yes, we just let God see if come. If not, it's okay. So
Yeah.
we just let it. The last question, John CML. Miss Rona, just want to ask again. What is the profession of your partner? I asked this because I saw your background a lot of books.
Yeah, I am what you would call a video journalist working in the Danish government. So I am filming and telling stories about the, yeah, for a few months ago, the Danish prime minister. Then we have an election, so now we didn't have the power anymore, my party. So now just about the politicians and the work of the Danish democracy. So I'm filming, telling stories about Danish politicians in making small, short videos, pictures, podcasts, and I media train them, so show them how to walk, talk, and when they are on the television. So,
Yeah.
so
And guys, thank you so much for having us for them.
for looking at this live stream, that's
Yes.
very nice.
Because in the beginning, my husband, Jacob, don't know if we're gonna do it because we don't know what our topic will be. And I said, they just gonna ask some question. And I think because my husband, he's like professional photographer, videographer, like that. I think our next live will be like on how to, because he have a channel. But
Can you finish your sentence? Our live stream gonna be about, and then you cut it, and the people said, oh, "What's
that?" I'm always talk like that to Jacob.
You're gonna guess the rest of the sentence, right?
And so you can ask about like how to make film or how to edit film. That's our maybe goal to our next live stream.
That's gonna be super easy, right? I use 20 years on try to learn that. I'm gonna learn
at
it
least
all.
A little bit.
Yeah.
You help me, so you can help them also. Yes. Guys, thank you so much ha. Thank you talaga. Hindi sa ibang mabawa. Guys, patry kong mag-LS after nito. Ikakat ko lang to para ito, nakasave siya for like Makker live show. Ayan, thank you so much. Hamsidal Dance Feed, JK Tasty Kusina, Nems Carbonera, Broses TV, Cherin Taransa, She Randalas, John CML, sino pa? Daily Ride, sino pa ba? Wait, just a minute, Sven. I'll just say Inday and Momay, HB Nisperos, Linorama Blog, Dex Blay Diary, World Life TV, Mrs. De Mendoza, Dex Blay Diary, JK Tasty Kusina, Broses TV. Ayan. Sa lahat po ng mga nandito sa LS ko, thank you so much guys ha. Ayan. Sana magawa namin siya ulit next week. At ayun, sana nag-enjoy kayo. Ayan. Thank you so much po. How can I edit siya?
Enter. Enter.